Violet's Pebble, a tale of calm and friendship. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by a green, gentle countryside, there lived a young girl named Violet. She was 7 years old, with skin touched by the sun and hair of tumbling chestnut curls that bounced as she danced. Violet wore a dress the color of soft lavender, and her eyes, bright as new spring leaves, sparkled with life. Her home was a cozy cottage, with walls as yellow as sunshine, and a garden where butterflies chased each other amongst the flowers. But sometimes Violet felt a storm brewing inside her, like dark clouds covering the sun. Her temper would burst like a dragon's fire, leaving her feeling sorry and sad. She didn't like the loud feelings that rumbled in her chest, making her world seem less bright. One sunny day, as Violet played hide-and-seek with her friend, a small, chatty squirrel named Fuzz, he noticed her frown and said, "You know, Violet, many kids feel big storms inside, just like you." His bushy tail twitched as he spoke gentle words. "But remember, every storm goes away and the sun shines again." "I wish I could keep the storms away," Violet thought to herself. She remembered a boy in the village who had learned to laugh with the wind instead of fighting with thunder. If he can learn, maybe I can too. There was a special tree Violet loved, with branches that reached out like a hug. She wanted to climb to the very top and see the world from above, but the storm inside her often made her feet feel as heavy as rocks. Deep down, Violet felt she knew the steps to calm the storms. "I can twirl with the leaves and sing with the birds," she mused. "So why can't I silence the thunder?" One afternoon, as Violet and Fuzz were playing among the daisies, they found a pebble that hummed a quiet tune. It was smooth, cool to the touch, and shone with a soft blue light. Fuzz, with his sharp little eyes, spotted tiny words carved on the stone. "Look, Violet," it says, "to quiet the fiery heart, look for the stone of calm rivers." They puzzled over another clue on the pebble. Follow this adventure, or the world faces endless storms. Violet's heart fluttered like the wings of a butterfly. Could this be a sign? With a determined look, Violet said, "We will find this stone of calm rivers, Fuzz. It might help me, and the world." The journey begins! And so they started their journey, with the pebble's light as their guide. They traveled through fields where the wheat waved like a gold sea, and Violet sang softly, "Through the whispering wheat, we find our rhythm, to quiet the storms inside with each step." As they walked, Violet and Fuzz talked about the wonders they hoped to find. "I believe in you, Violet," Fuzz said with a smile. "Together, we'll find the stone." Violet felt a mix of hope and worry. Can I really learn to quiet my storms? Yet, she stepped forward, her heart humming with the pebble's tune. Their path led them to a split in the woods, where the trees seemed to whisper secrets. The pebble in Violet's hand pulsed, and a path lit up with a soft blue glow, inviting them to a glade where the adventure would really begin. Lessons from the moonflowers. The blue glow from the pebble led Violet and Fuzz deeper into the magical glade. The trees, with bark as rough as a dragon's skin, bent overhead, making a roof that twinkled with fairy lights. The air was filled with the scent of wildflowers, each breath making Violet's spirit as peaceful as a gentle song. Every step is a note in a quiet song, Violet thought, her worries disappearing with each touch of the cool earth under her bare feet. Suddenly, they reached a clearing where moonflowers bloomed, shining under the twilight sky. A wise old owl, with feathers as soft as secrets and eyes as bright as stars, sat on a branch. "Who wants to learn from the moonflowers?" the owl whispered. "It's me, Violet, and this is Fuzz," she replied, her voice steady as a little stream. "We wish to learn how to dance through the storms in our hearts." The owl nodded, and with a flutter of his wings, he said, "To dance with grace, First, you must listen to the rhythm of your own heart. Let the moonflowers teach you. The petals of the moonflowers started to move, and Violet joined in their dance, feeling her heartbeat match the gentle rhythm of the night. With every spin, I'm learning to be calm, she thought, a smile spreading across her face. The special pebble in her pocket pulsed with warmth, its light brightening to match the moonflowers. Violet felt proud, her heart as light as a feather. "Thank you," she said, bowing to the owl. "I feel the calmness in my dance." As the owl said goodbye, a path lined with glowing pebbles appeared, leading them to their next adventure, building with the beavers. They followed the path until they reached a chattering brook, its waters singing a song of happiness. There, they met a family of beavers, working hard to build a dam with logs that smelled of fresh trees. The smallest beaver, with fur as soft as fluff and tiny paws that patted the mud, called out, "Hello, I'm Babbly. Can you help us build?" Violet knelt beside Babbly, placing logs carefully. She noticed how Babbly took deep breaths when a log slipped, staying calm and trying again. "Just like Babbly, I won't let my storms knock down my day," Violet thought, doing things with the little beaver's calmness. As they worked, the brook sang happily, and the pebble in Violet's pocket hummed a song of courage. With the dam finished, Babbly's family cheered, their joy filling the forest. Violet felt her heart grow big with pride, the storm inside her now just a soft rain. "I can build and make things again, just like Babbly," she said, her words as smooth as the brook's flow. With a wave from the beavers, a soft wind carried Violet and Fuzz to a meadow lit by the moon. Fireflies moved around them, their lights like tiny lamps showing the way. The unicorn's wisdom. In the meadow stood a unicorn, its coat as white as the snow and mane sparkling with water drops. "I am Serene," the unicorn said, "and I can show you the magic of words." Violet listened as Serene talked about gentle words like please and thank you, and how they could calm the fiercest of hearts. "I can use my words to share kindness, like the fireflies share light," Violet whispered, taking the lesson to heart. As she spoke, the pebbles shone with a rainbow of colors, each shade showing the magic of gentle words. Violet's eyes shone with understanding, and she felt her inner storms become still. Thankful for Serene's lesson, they said goodbye, and a trail of fireflies led them to a tall hill where the last part of their adventure waited. Rumple's change of heart. On the hill stood Rumple, the grumpy troll, his presence like a dark cloud. But Violet felt no fear. She had learned so much on her trip. "Little girl, you can't go past," Rumple said in a deep voice, like thunder. Violet stepped forward, her voice as clear as a bell. "Rumple, I've learned to dance with moonflowers, work with patience, and speak with kindness. I can calm my storms, and maybe I can help calm yours too." Rumple's eyes softened, the red turning to a gentle pink. "You have indeed learned much," he said, a smile showing on his rocky face. Together they sat and talked, Rumple sharing his worries, and Violet offering her new wisdom. As they spoke, the pebble sang a song of friendship, and Rumple's heart felt lighter. The hilltop bloomed with flowers, and the troll's laughter was clear and happy. Violet had not only calmed her own storms, but had also brought peace to Rumple's heart. With the adventure over, the pebble returned to its soft blue light, its song a gentle memory of Violet's journey. Rumple pointed to a rainbow bridge across the sky. "That's your way home," he said, his voice now a gentle rumbling. Violet and Fuzz crossed the bridge, their hearts full of calm and bravery. They had found the stone of calm rivers, but even more, they had found the strength to handle any storm inside their hearts. Violet's return, and the lesson shared. As Violet and Fuzz stepped off the rainbow bridge, the world of her cozy village welcomed them with open arms. The cottage, with its walls still as yellow as sunshine, seemed to smile at their return. The garden, with butterflies fluttering, was more colorful than Violet remembered. "Home looks more beautiful than before," she whispered, her heart feeling light and free. "I've danced with moonflowers and worked with beavers. I've learned the magic of gentle words and made a friend in Rumples. I can handle the storms inside me," Violet thought, a sense of calm washing over her. Fuzz scampered up beside her, his eyes shining. "You did it, Violet. You found calm, and the village will be so happy for it." Violet nodded, her chestnut curls bouncing with each nod. "Yes, Fuzz. I've learned that with each step, I can choose to be calm. I can talk about how I feel, and my feelings matter." Days passed, and sometimes Violet would feel the old storm clouds come back. But now, she'd take a deep breath and remember her journey. "I'm in charge of my feelings," she'd think, and the clouds would clear, showing her smiling face. One sunny afternoon, Violet found herself at the special tree, with branches like a hug. She paused for just a moment, then started to climb, her moves sure and strong. "I can do this," she said out loud, and Fuzz cheered from below. As she reached the top, she looked out over the village, her heart filled with joy. "I've climbed to the top, just like I always wanted to." Now, Violet found happiness in every day. She played with her friends, her laughter clear and strong. She helped her parents without complaining, and she shared her calm with everyone she met. Fuzz was always by her side, his happy chatter a constant reminder of their adventure. Years went by, and Violet grew into a young woman who knew how to face any storm. She became a dancer, moving with the grace she had learned from the moonflowers. Sometimes she'd feel the wise old owl watching, as if he was nodding in approval from the shadows of the trees. One day, Violet noticed a little boy in the village square, his face twisted in anger, a tantrum growing like a storm. She knelt beside him and said softly, "Big feelings come and go, like the clouds. You can talk about how you feel, and it's okay to ask for help when you're upset." The boy looked up at her, his angry look becoming calm. "Really?" he asked, his voice quiet but hopeful. "Really?" Violet smiled, remembering her own adventure. "Every day, you're getting better at staying cool, just like I did." The boy nodded, and together they sat and talked about feelings and storms, about glowing pebbles and laughing trolls. Violet watched as the boy's heart became lighter, just as hers had all those years ago. Violet lived a life of dreams coming true. She became a storyteller, telling tales of adventures and lessons learned. Her words had the wisdom of the enchanted glade, touching the hearts of all who listened. And although she never saw Rumples again, she would sometimes hear his hearty laugh in the wind, a memory of the friendship they had shared. Violet's life was a dance, a building of bridges, and a song of gentle words. She had faced her storms and learned to dance in the rain, and now she helped others find their way through their own troubles. Her heart, once a place for tantrums, was now a calm river, flowing with peace and understanding. And in her pocket, the pebble still hummed its quiet song, an everlasting friend on her journey through life.